Hi Marge, here we've got some beans. Why have we got two beans for breakfast? Because
they're two different varieties.
The same. However, I've been getting them confused. So people have been, up till now, people have been having a God Almighty mix, and I've been telling them completely the wrong stuff about their plants.
Okay, fine. But well, let's
write
that wrong.
Right. Okay. Here we got some dwarf beans.
Yeah.
These have been kicking around in pots for a while, actually, but they'll still work. Dwarf beans. These give you the dwarf French beans you get in the packets in the shops.
Oh yeah. This
is a really nice variety called Maxi. It makes actually really nice, really big beans. Really easy plant to grow.
Okay.
They're small plants. When you plant them out about a foot apart, that's all you need to do.
Oh really?
You can, if you've got a big planter, you can plant them around the edge and have some other veggies which are going to take a bit longer in the middle. These will hang over the sides and make loads of beans on the side.
Oh, these hang over, you don't have to...
They will hang over if you've got them on the edge, or they might snap, but they're kind of small plants you can wedge in between other things.
Okay.
These we're giving for people to underplant sweet corn with. If you plant your sweet corn, you can plant a bean in between.
Okay.
And the bean will crop early, and then the sweet corn will take over.
Right.
And you'll get two crops for the price of one, for the space of one rather.
Okay.
Other things about this bean, about yay far apart, they tend to crop in they tend to crop heavily once.
Right.
And these will be cropping again probably end of June. So they're not very far
We're
off.
only at the beginning of June.
Yeah, I know. They're quick.
Wow.
End of June, beginning of July. So they're really quick. Generally, dwarf beans are your first beans of the season.
Okay.
Then they crop out. But what you can do is if you give them loads of tomato feed. Tomato feed isn't for tomatoes so much as for flowers and fruit.
Yep.
You can pour it on your dailies if you want.
Okay.
You'll get another crop. You'll probably get another crop.
Okay.
And they'll still keep yielding, maybe not as much, but they're not a write-off. They will keep making beans. As ever, with all these fruiting crops, which you eat young, got to pick regularly.
Right.
You're looking at these, you want to pick these at least twice a week.
Yep.
If not more.
Okay. So what's the difference between that one and this one?
This is basically how beans used to be. This is a climbing bean.
Right.
So this will get much larger, and this needs sticks to grow up. This will happily get up 6 foot to 8 foot canes.
Okay.
Now the thing about this is these take a bit longer to fruit, but they crop much more heavily than these in the long run.
Right.
So
are we giving both out?
Yep, we're giving both out.
Okay.
So we're just telling people when we give them out.
Yep.
So these you need to make a wigwam for these, and we've got some wigwams over there.
Yep.
You know, get some canes off us, or whatever.
Okay.
And each bean gets a cane, and they just grow up, and you've got beans. You'll have beans off these all the way into October if you keep picking them regularly. Again, if they start to run out of puff, a bit of tomato feed that won't hurt.
Okay.
Because it's for flowers and fruit.
Yep.
One last thing about beans. Can't think.
When you plant these out, you don't put them up.
You can put them deep.
Can
they
you?
will actually root from the stems again. So
okay.
I would do that. And it also means that if they're a bit leggy and you're in a windy spot,
yeah.
they're much firmer against wind. They're much less likely to snap off if you get a gale.
Okay.
Why no runner beans? Runner beans, we're going to do them, but we're only going to start sowing them in the middle of this month. The reason for that is runner beans are a high altitude crop, and they need cool nights to set beans. So in recent years, every time we tried, last 10 years, every time we tried to grow runner beans,
yeah.
They failed, and they fail in July and August when you'd expect to have lots of runner beans. They only come into their own second half of August and September once the nights get consistently below 16 degrees.
Wow.
That never used to be a problem, but in a heat island with global warming, they're no longer working. Okay. Runner beans are not grown in the Mediterranean except at high altitudes.
Okay.
Because they don't work.
Okay.
Runner beans are a North European crop, really. I mean, they're not really. They're originally a Mexican and Andean high altitude crop.
But high altitude, yeah.
But they don't work in Southern Europe in the summer.
Okay.
So we're not going to do them for you.
Okay.
You want to waste your money on bean seeds, and it's up to you.
Okay. Brilliant.
We're not going to help you. We're not going to feed your habit.
Okay, thank you.
Cowboy.
Thank you, Fabrice.
No worries.